Bom, chegou a hora. Por mais que eu ache essa missão chata, que dói, eu vou fazer a quest aqui. Vou seguir a história. Tem a questão da lore, né? Ela é importante pra lore, mas chata.
I've got a weapon here for
Uma
every
coisa não anula a
situation.
outra.
Sure, let's take a look.
Each weapon
Sempre é bom dar uma olhada nessa doidinha aqui. Ilumina. Submetralhadora com silenciador. Eu ainda tenho o silenciador daquela outra, hein? Talvez. É porque eu não sei se o silenciador funciona direito, porque ela dá explosão depois, né? Talvez o silêncio seja só no tiro, mas a explosão que vem logo em seguida já bagunça tudo. Ah, tava pensando em talvez dar uma arma de plasma pro nosso amigo ali, pro Nicholas. Pra ele... Que quando um inimigo derrete com a munição de plasma, ele deixa material nuclear. Isso pode ser bem legal. Essa... Isso aqui é legal, hein? Só que caro que dói. Não tinha visto não, cara. 16 pau. Ah, depois eu venho aqui comprar as coisas com você. Eu vou lá, pego a água, depois eu venho aqui.
It means a lot to me that you made the library a safer place. Thanks again. Now you're here to trade.
I'll take a look, sure.
It's a little bit of everything.
Eu não sei como é que funciona essa questão do resetar as lojas. Meu braço direito já tem agilidade e percepção. Mas aquele de parar o tempo é tão legal, hein? Mas se eu for rápido eu consigo usar o buff jet lá, o jet buff.
Trying to stay on good behavior here.
Deixa eu...
Don't make me do something I'll regret.
Tem aqui que abre. Armazém. Não entrei ali não. Deve ter quests da cidade aqui, falando com o Hancock lá.
Well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Peraí, deixa eu ver um negócio aqui. Guardião do supervisor, né? Guardião do supervisor, tá certo. Tá no lugar certo. Vamos lá, Mr. Valentine.
Here for Amari? She's downstairs.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
You're the one who can extract memories from a brain, right?
Normally, we only allow our clients to experience their own memories. Now, what's this all about?
We need a deep dig, Amari, but it's not going to be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse. You don't realize that the
Não,
memories
eu já violei o
require
corpo com uma bala de 12 na
living
cabeça dele.
brains to function.
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Here's
Aqui está.
what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Go on.
Continue.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
Antes no dele do que no meu, né?
I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what
Mas
I
não é
was afraid.
considerado roubo aqui, não?
The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last
Rapaz, não é
fail-safe.
considerado roubo,
There's a
não.
lock on the memories in the implant.
Nick tá
Is
bem?
Nick gonna be okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable. Hopefully, it'll be as simple as unplugging the implant once we're done.
Você
That
espera.
doesn't get around the current problem. The memory encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Vamos lá.
Let's get started.
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Nick, isso vai doer mais em você do que em mim, cara. Please stand by. Entra aí, Nick. Vamos nós dois na viagem aqui.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Eu tô tranquilo. É o Nick que tá ferrado. Eita, deu um
Can
tapa
you hear
no
me?
microfone aqui.
Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
Ah,
There.
cara,
This
esse
is the
negocinho
earliest
aqui é
intact memory
muito
we can find.
fajuto, sabe? O jogo crashou de novo. Não, salva. Eles podiam só fazer um esquema de abrir e fechar a porta, né?
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Ô, amigo, tu podia me dar umas revistinhas dessa, hein?
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really,
CR é o exército, né?
I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though. People are always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse. Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy.
Bom
And
presente,
all
hein?
that on the radio. All useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
Aí você vai lá e foge.
Always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to
Vamos lá,
be
doutor.
another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence.
Ih.
There. Try that one.
Nós só vamos fazer abrir aquela porta e me levar para aquela próxima sala. Isso aqui é muito prega.
I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me,
Ó, aqui ele ainda tinha
she'd have stayed
cabelo.
in the hub. Maybe hooked up with someone who
Não dá
didn't
pra ver se
kill
ele tinha
people for a living.
a cicatriz.
Probably been happier than she was with me.
Ah, ele também tem um
Certainly lived
bonequinho a
longer.
pilha.
Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second.
Onde é que é
I
essa
thought San
ponte? É na
Francisco was
Filadélfia?
my
Ah, São
chance to start
Francisco.
fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while. It's gonna be fine. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean,
E aí,
you
você
may
tem
think to yourself that
cicatriz?
you're happy, but
Parece que não. É, parece que tá meio
you
desnutrido
don't
aqui,
really
hein?
believe it. You focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like.
You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know, but that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing
Tem como
around.
acelerar o áudio, não?
No, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I
Deu
know.
muito certo, né, amigão?
I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got it.
Tira a pilha dela. Tira a pilha dela.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
Muito brega isso aqui, cara. Muito galhofa. Eu reclamo tanto do jogo, da história, mas eu gosto pra caramba desse
How
jogo.
did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg?
Eu quero jogar o Skyrim de novo.
You thought you could just fuck with us, and we
A arma que ele
wouldn't
tá
fuck
usando,
with
fuzil
you?
de guerra.
Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
Pega eles, Tigrão.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
Bicho, eu esqueci de ver se ele tinha cicatriz. Ô, rapaz, eu respeito. Se ele tinha cicatriz
I hear you'll
nessa
take
última
care of
cena. Aqui ele já tá com a cicatriz.
Is that right?
If you pay me. There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it. Oh, there's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted.
É uma cidade boa, né?
Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. I just took it as part of the job. A little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another.
We'll pay you.
I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
And you'll do this all by yourself?
I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east.
Eu vim dali, né?
Getting as far
É,
away
eu
from
tenho que
San
ir pra lá.
Francisco as I could, maybe. That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it. So who do you want dead?
Well, It's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Vamos lá, vamos lá. Andar nos neurônios dele.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you
chegou no
decided to meet
instituto.
with me.
So, you heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything.
Aqui a calvície
They
já
had the
pegou, hein,
resources I
rapaz.
needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine. You're with the Institute. I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming. I wanted to see. The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. For myself. The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good.
Porra, vai repetir, cara.
But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
Did.
You really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I can see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B748, initiate.
Se fosse o Schwarzenegger, não tinha... Se fosse o Schwarzenegger, não tinha dado tempo de fazer isso aí.
We may have something to talk about after all.
Ê, moço, tem que trocar a calcinha, hein? Sujou tudo.
We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Ah, aqui, ó. Essa memória é massa.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
All computers are still...
The eggheads never liked taking orders. I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done...
Ah, achei que o braço dele era mecânico.
It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so...
Ó, isso aqui é
this one
legal.
stood out. They didn't know
As
then
pessoas
who it
ainda
was
estavam
we were
vivas
grabbing
aqui.
from the vault. Of course.
Olha eu ali.
Neither did they.
As pessoas ainda estavam vivas aqui.
Working. That's good. Checking through the logs.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. I guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
Ainda não sei por quê.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human.
Aí você deu tiro na
Better this
cabeça
way,
dela.
though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive. Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
Eu tô indo atrás deles. Eu ainda não entendi por que matar eles.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Olha, o vivo, cara. Congelou todo mundo. Tô aqui batendo.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here,
wait.
baby.
No, no. I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found
já
your
mataram
intact
todo mundo?
memory. Whenever you're ready.
É mó mancada deixar ele ver isso aí tudo de novo, hein?
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted
Importante, o velho trabalha.
Another loose end tied up. It wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family.
A parede aqui, né? A
I
parede
ended up
falsa.
kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
I'm not saying she's right, but Mayor,
E aí? Não tem pressa não.
Kellogg. It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you.
The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
One of our scientists.
Dá jeito nesse cara aqui também.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow.
De onde saiu esse
Who's gonna
arquivo?
roll for this? Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Levar pro pai. É, informação. Isso aqui vai ser legal, vai ser explicado mais pra frente. E a primeira vez que eu vi essa cena aqui, eu entendi errado o que estava acontecendo.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Me tira daqui, tia. Vai. Eu volto, né? Bugou? Acredito que bugou.
Wasn't my idea to... This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault.
Eu tô voltando, né?
Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works.
Ah, não, aqui, ó. Que susto.
It's okay.
Achei que ia ter que fazer essa missão chata de novo.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
I'm okay.
Tudo bem, vamos fingir que você não falou em efeitos colaterais.
But I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
We got what we needed.
Yes, their greatest
What do you
Qual a
think
sua
we should do?
opinião?
Let me think. What about that memory involving Virgil, the rogue Institute scientist? If he were alive, we have...
Boa ideia.
The memory said the Institute tracked him to the glowing sea, but that seems crazy.
If we need
Vou
to find
encontrar.
Virgil, then I'm going after him.
If you're going
Imagina
to
esse
go,
jogo no VR, igual o
need
Funk tá
someone to
jogando,
combat the radiation
e eu
there.
converso com o personagem. Aparecem as opções de fala pra mim ali, e eu leio,
I'll find a way
e
to get through the
o...
rats. Don't worry.
Good luck. And
Eu leio e os caras respondem. Vai
by the
ficar
way,
muito massa.
I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Remove the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Beleza, vamos... Essa próxima missão eu vou precisar de proteção contra a radiação. E aí é bom eu ter uma armadura potente. E tem uma quest aqui, nessas quests de DLC, que me dá uma armadura potente muito boa. É uma quest meio chata, mas... Ô, Nick loucaço.
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
What?
What are you talking about?
Muito bom o meu companion.
You
Tá maluco da
feeling all
cabeça,
right,
né?
Nick?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
Nothing.
Deixa pra lá.
Never mind.
If you say so. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
Let's get going.
Vamos comigo, Nick.
Been one heck of a ride so far. Let's see where it takes us next.
Talvez eu troque o Nick depois pelo próxima pessoa que eu vou encontrar.
Hey, you mind?
Sweet Pip-Boy, brother. You hold on to that.
Can't believe it.
O que aconteceu aqui, galera?
Sammy, too.
Hi.
Got a reason to be bothering me. I just had to shoot up a synth body snatcher over here.
They got another thing coming.
He was a synth?
Yeah, unbelievable, huh? Sammy was fine a few days ago, and then bam! He's acting funny, gives up cigarettes, the booze, stops cheating on his wife. I mean, the man wasn't a
Ele
saint.
pode ter virado
but he
evangélico
was who he
também, né?
was, you know. The Institute ain't got no right to replace him with a synth double. Look, we gotta clean up here. You keep close to you and yours, all right?
Alright.
Just your friendly neighborhood watch.
Aí, o pior é que é um sintético mesmo, um componente sintético.
Drop up.
What happened here?
Ah, poor Sammy got snatched up by the Institute. Then those bastards send this low-rent double in his place. It's pathetic. They didn't make it 2 days before everyone realized something was wrong with him. Then we made the call, and here we are. Speaking of which, I gotta figure out where this body needs to get dumped. Why don't you get going?
Oh, Sammy. Can't believe you
Ok, todo mundo nesse lugar estressado.
Running from something? Welcome home.
Hell of a load you're carrying. Better sell some to Daisy before someone swipes it.
Tá legal, o que eu vou fazer agora? Eu vou salvar o jogo, né? Tá, eu vou, antes de seguir a quest principal, eu quero fazer uma quest pra me ganhar uma armadura potente boa. Melhor do que a que eu tenho, né? Porque a que eu tenho é diabo. Que é essa aqui, ó, falar do diabo. Essa quest aqui que eu vou seguir.